On here, idiots.
In the news this week, your man 50 Cent was up in there talking about how he's getting rid of some of his tattoos to help further his movie career. Obviously, you're going to play a bunch of different type of roles. Maybe you can't have the ink on your skin, or it's too hard for them to cover up some things. Now, Pharell did the same thing, well, maybe 6-7 months ago, something like that. So little at a time, getting rid of the tattoos.
Right.
You don't have any tattoos, do you?
Nah.
I don't have any either. Carl said he doesn't have any. Now, some people just love to flood their body with tattoos. They look at their body as a blank canvas, and they ink themselves up. Look at Wayne. He's barely got any skin left. It's all ink.
Okay.
I mean, when you're tattooing your eyelids and your tongue and your toes, who knows what he's got tatted up. NBA players tatted up crazy.
Yeah.
You know, Kenyon Martin, Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
LeBron's tatted up real crazy, too.
Yeah, he is.
Not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just curious. Is it a lifestyle? Is it a fad? What is it? Because you really think about it. You're a Lakers fan. Think back to the Magic Johnson days.
Right.
You remember any tattoos on any ball players? Maybe one here and there?
Yeah, not really. Not a whole lot, nah.
So why all of a sudden there's tattoos all over everybody?
I guess it's a new generation, man.
50 and Pharrell are getting them taken off.
Yeah, because they see the bigger picture. I mean, there's more money in them taking the tattoos off. He's trying to get these big movie roles, i.e. Will Smith. So it's like you have to show up on the set, 5, 6, 7 hours earlier for them to do makeup to cover up the tats on your arm. They have to pay this makeup artist for all that time. Is it really worth it to cast you for this role when it's going to cost us X amount of extra dollars that we didn't budget originally? Now, without the tats on his arm, he shows up, gets it popping with this scene, get that money.
Of course, he's got the money. They both got the money to have the treatments to get them taken off.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
not everybody's got that. I know people that save up money to actually get the tattoo.
Yeah.
And how are these tattoos going to look when you're 60 years old? I'm just saying. I don't know. Playing devil's advocate here. On here, idiots, what's the deal with the tattoos?
You know what? I think it's just a personal form of expression. Although I feel 50 on getting them removed because I got one on my ass I want removed now.
Really?
Yeah, they screwed it up, and you can't see it while they're doing it, so now I want it gone.
Well, of course you can't see it while they're doing it. That's the worst place to get a tattoo because you can't ever see it.
True, but hey, I was in the mood. I felt like doing it. Now I want to get it taken off.
It's painful as hell from what 50 was saying.
It's a lifelong thing. You're saying you were just in the mood?
I mean, you do that when you're bored. You might get a tattoo.
Oh, yeah. I'm in a mood for having a child today. Let me go make one. On Air Idiots, what's the deal with the tattoos?
I think it's a lifestyle.
But how come it wasn't a lifestyle in the 80s?
Because it has been flexed to another level nowadays.
Okay.
I think.
On Air Idiots, what's the deal with the tattoos?
I'm just listening to it. I'm just curious. Like, what are targets?
No, I'm saying most girls have tattoos on their lower back.
Yeah, but you say they're, take them targets off.
Yeah. Come on. You don't got a dirty mind?
Isn't it more exciting?
Not really. It doesn't make or break the situation. I'm not going to be smashing it if you rub it on your tattoo like, ooh, what's your tattoo?
It says royalty.
It says royalty?
Uh-huh.
So it's an actual word. You have an actual word tatted on the small of your back. On Air Idiots, what's the deal with the tattoos?
I think tattoos are okay as long as you cover them, with clothing. Because it's kind of unprofessional to have tats all over your face. That looks bad.
Well, I mean, some people have them, where they're visible, around the wrist or the hands.
I have 4, and I can hide them. I'm a CNA, and when you're old, they're wrinkly, and they're faded, and you look kind of like an idiot having them. So now I look at myself like, damn, I'm an idiot because they're going to be wrinkled when I'm 80 years old.
That's right.
Okay.
Where do you have your tattoos?
On my foot, thigh, back, and arm.
What vicinity of the thigh?
Upper thigh. That's my husband's name.
So he basically marked you as his property.
My name is on his body.
Oh.
Together for 11 years.
Well, that's interesting. I would just say get a ring, because you could take a ring off,
Yeah, I know you can.
Well, what are you going to do when you guys get a divorce?
I don't think we're going to get divorced.
You don't think? That's the key word.
I know.
That's the key word. If you met me tomorrow, you want to marry me, you dump him. You know what I'm saying? Then you'd be screwed. On-air idiots, what's the deal with the tattoos?
I think they're sexy.
How many do you have?
I have 15, so you can cover them up, but when it's time to let them out, you gotta let them show. They're real sexy.
Where's the most intimate tattoo that you have?
Oh, on my, near my,
Really?
Yeah, my girlfriend's name.
What's with all this name stuff?
You don't like the name thing?
No, they do it to animals.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Don't they like brand cows? You know.
Yeah, but it's nothing compared to that. Come on now.
On-air idiots, what's the deal with tattoos?
You know what the deal with right now with like soccer moms walking around with tattoos? That's what trips me out. Because tattoos are like kind of always have been rebellious. Like they're something you show to kind of rebel against something, whether it's society or your parents or whatever. So when I see soccer mom step out of the Subaru and she's got a tattoo on her arm or something.
You know what? I think there should be a law on tattoos. I think that it should be kind of like drinking. You have to be like 21.
Definitely something going on with the whole tattoo scene. I love going to the beach and seeing all these god-awful tattoos on people. Like, did you ever ask to see a portfolio of tattoos before you just let this person put a needle to you?
Yeah.
You have a point, because I'm so tired of the bad tattoos. There's a lot of good tattoos out there, but...
I can only imagine how many people in their 50s have a tattoo that they got when they were, say, under the age of 25 and regret it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had my first one. I got when I was 18. Oh, my God, it's awful. But I had it redone, and so it's fine. But, yeah. But go to the beach tomorrow. Check it out. Just go and tattoo watch.
I'm thinking NBA right now for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the first NBA player to get tatted up crazy? Was it Iverson? Rodman. Was it Rodman?
Maybe.
He didn't have a lot of tats when he was on the Pistons. Where'd he go after the Pistons? The Spurs. It's Dennis Rodman or Allen Iverson. All I know is that there was some sort of transition in the NBA where all of a sudden everybody is tattooed up. Even the face of the league, LeBron James, is all tatted up. On-air idiots, what's the deal with tattoos?
I think tattoos are a commemorational piece towards something that people have in life, their experiences and stuff like that. So this whole thing with like a tramp stamp or all that stuff, tattoos have been around for more than we could imagine. So for somebody to say, you know, if they're not correct or whatever, it's totally just everybody I know that has a tattoo has a meaning behind it.
Except for the ones that got drunk and went to Mexico. On-air idiots, what's the deal with tattoos?
The deal with tattoos is Satan, nothing more, nothing less. A lot of people, they be stressed out. They feel like they don't got no one to turn to. They forget about God, and they start doing all these things to their bodies. I was talking to a shorty the other day, said she wanted to tattoo her eyebrows on her face.
I bet you she's a Lil Wayne fan.
I don't know what she is, but she gorgeous. I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you? Why would you do that to your face? Oh, well, you know, I can permanently put it there. A lot of people just shutting out on God. They want to put all that stuff on their bodies and stuff, just forgetting that when they putting all that paint and that ink on their body, that all they doing is shutting them.
Wow, you bring up a lot of valid points.
Them sports dudes like LeBron James and all them, he just looking at his peers around him like, man, I'm not going to be accepted by my peers until basically, you know, I get tatted up and all that. He probably don't even want half them tats on his body. But he going to have to live with it now.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. They're permanent unless you get the surgery to get rid of them.
Yeah, man. To me, that's a real awful thing to do, to be tatting up your body. God made you imperfect, you know what I mean? So you run around inking your joint up. You're a little loser to me, but...
On-air idiots, what's the deal with tattoos?
Well, I got 5 tattoos, so I think it's just a show of expression. You know, it's not a show of, I heard a lady saying it was a show of rebellion and against your parents and stuff. I didn't do it to rebel against my parents, but, you know, I got my son's name on my wrist. I got my name on my arm. But as far as the names go, I wouldn't put no other person's name on me except, you know, unless it was my child.
Right, yeah. No, I mean, I don't understand people that get other people's names that's not their child, basically. Or maybe their mother or their father.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing. But, I mean, if it's your boyfriend or your girlfriend, then don't do that. I mean, even if you're married, because you never know if you're going to break up with this person the next day. You don't know what's going to happen in the future, so...
We can't speak on it. I've never chosen to get a tattoo, so I don't really know what the deal is, you know what I mean?
I keep going back to the NBA thing because tattoo-wise that represents society. The way it switched so fast.
On here, idiots.